The King of Fighters 15. Team Art of Fighting. The sun shines brightly over South Town. Gazing up at a glimmering fancy sign above a restaurant on Main Street, two men stand, luggage bags slung over their shoulders. The restaurant has a line going out the door, above which its sign beams Kyokugen Barbecue. One of the men, Marco Rodriguez, gulps as he eyes the eager crowd chatting and browsing the menus. Looks like business is booming. After Marco's casual observation, Ryo Sakazaki responds, "Oh yeah, definitely." The restaurant is even bigger and fancier than he remembered. Ryo looks at the restaurant with a feeling hard to describe. Neither apprehension nor displeasure. It is just something he cannot put a name to. No matter how hard he tried to expel all thoughts during his training, the name Kyokugen Barbecue would stand strong, casting a pall over his mood like dark clouds rolling in. Those dark clouds loom over his heart right now. Ryo and Marco make their way to an employee entrance. Once they press the buzzer and give their names, they are allowed through to the manager's office. It is a tidy place occupied by two people, Ryo's father, Takuma Sakazaki, and Ryo's best friend and fellow student, Robert Garcia. They smile and rise to their feet as soon as Ryo and Marco enter. Takuma greets them enthusiastically. "Ah, Ryo, Marco, you're back! It's been a while, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't come pick you up at the airport." Robert walks over to Ryo and gives his shoulder a friendly slap. In response, Ryo flashes a smile as Marco proceeds to bow. "Hey, don't worry about it, Robert. Nice to see business is going good for you guys. Is Yuri here?" Just as Ryo turns to scan the area for his little sister, she emerges from the open doorway, visibly fatigued. She trudges her way into the office without noticing the two visitors. This is too much work for a side hustle. Sorry, Robert. I don't think I can hit up the dojo today either." "I hear you, Yuri. Even Kyokugen Barbecue's poster gal needs a break. Get some rest when you finish your shift, huh?" "Sure. I'm gonna sleep through until lunchtime." Oh, hey guys, you're back!" Perhaps boosted by Robert's compliment, Yuri straightens her drooping shoulders and finally notices Ryo and Marco. On seeing how hard Yuri has been throwing herself into her part-time work, the dark cloud in Ryo's heart grows thicker. "It's good to be back. You're looking well, Yuri." "I guess. It's been crazy at work lately. I'm practically dead on my feet." Yuri's hair has grown out and bobs as she moves. Ryo looks on, trying to remind himself there is nothing wrong with helping out a family business. He turns back to Takuma and Robert. "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about competing in this King of Fighters tournament to see if my training's paid off. How about you, Dad? Robert, you guys got any plans?" My hands are full here. It's a critical time, so I can't afford to be away." Ryo's brow furrowed ever so slightly at Takuma's casual dismissal. Nobody around him seems to notice. Takuma folds his arms and looks over at Robert. "Robert, you joined Ryo's team. And don't forget to advertise Kyokugen Barbecue." "Yes, sir." Robert replies to his master with energy before turning to Ryo and holding out a hand with a grin. "Thanks for the invitation, Ryo. I could use this. I've been so busy running this place, it'd be nice to get a sweat on outside the dojo." "Hey, sure thing, Robert. Great to have you on board." As Ryo shakes Robert's hand, the firmness of their grips reassures him and brings his usual smile back to his face. Picking up on this, Marco quietly lets out a sigh of relief. "Okay, one spot to go. If it's you and me, then 3 has to be Yuri." "Of course, you can always count on me, guys." Yuri leans in as Robert speaks. Rio glances at her, his smile fading. He thinks back to Yuri's earlier remark. After a moment of silence, he speaks in a low tone. No, Yuri. You're out this time. What? Huh? Why? Yuri and Robert's eyes widen in shock. Takuma looks on quietly with his arms folded, while Marco gives Rio and Yuri a concerned gaze. With his eyes fixed sternly on Yuri, Rio asks a simple question. Okay, sis. When was the last time you trained at the dojo? I want to say, 2 months ago? Come on, don't tell me you're still in top shape. You know how tough the competition at the King of Fighters tournament is. You know what lengths everyone goes to. So I'll be real. You're not strong enough and you can't help us win anything. But... Rio's words stun Yuri into silence as they clearly hit her hard. She stands, mouth agape, but unable to respond because his words hit home. After several moments trembling in silence, Yuri speaks, her voice quivering. How could you say that? Weak? I am not weak, you jerk! Yuri runs out of the office. Rio watches her go while Robert gives an understanding nod. He pats his best friend on the shoulder. You know, Yuri, a competitive streak a mile wide. Don't worry about her. She'll get back in the groove soon enough. Rio's only response is a light sigh. Robert tilts his head thoughtfully. Okay, so who's our third member? Is it Marco? And Marco quickly stands to attention, while Rio looks pensive. Actually, Robert, I think I've got someone else in mind. The scenery changes. The Illusion Bar is getting ready to open. King is standing behind the bar counter inside, polishing drink glasses, when she hears the door open and close again. As footsteps approach, she looks up and starts to speak in a cool, dismissive tone. Bar's closed. Oh, it's you. Don't startle me like that. Hey, sorry to interrupt your opening prep. Do you mind if I sit here? King's expression softens when she sees it's Rio Sakazaki. He waves and grabs a seat at the bar counter. Hey, knock yourself out. You want a post-training drink? No, thank you. Maybe another time. King notices Rio's somber expression and knits her brow in concern. He's never usually like this after wrapping up training. She lowers the glass she's polishing to give him her full attention. But before she can ask what is wrong, Rio looks up and stares at her resolutely. Hey King, can I be serious with you for a second? King falters slightly. What's got into you? Okay, look, you and I go back a long ways and we understand each other. I feel comfortable being around you and... King can't tell what he's trying to say, so she grows nervous. And we've gotten to know each other very well, and you're the only one I think is right. Huh? His expression earnest. He speaks with sincerity. She knows how he operates and suspects this has something to do with Kyokugen or martial arts or something. But to her, there's still a slim chance that this could be leading somewhere else, given his phrasing. She can't quite bring herself to rule out the possibility. Her cheeks flushed, she waits for him to finish. Rio's eyes open widely, and he leans in with his hands planted on the bar counter. King, I need to know. Would you join our team and compete with us in the King of Fighters tournament? King sighs and drops her hands to the countertop, hanging her head, exasperated with herself for getting her hopes up. Rio naturally misinterprets this and goes, What? You won't do it? No, I will. I was on reserve for this KOF anyway. I'm sure Mai will have no trouble finding teammates for herself. King then flashes a smile to ease the clearly tense Rio. Oh, so you really do it? Oh, sure. I haven't teamed up with you guys in a while anyway. Oh, great. You're the best, King. Rio smiles broadly, taking King's hand firmly. She responds with a firm grip of her own, all the while thinking about how damn dense Rio Sakazaki is. The King of Fighters 15 stories will return. See you next time.